All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Heartland Championship Wrestling here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. My goodness, it is a Saturday night. It is wrestling time. I don't think I can top what we just saw from my good friend Al, Red Sox fan, and his stream of wrestling's finest. That match between Hulk Hogan and Dusty Rhodes was a thing of beauty. The fans were in attendance, and the enthusiasm was running wild. But we have some good matches here on the Heartland Championship Wrestling broadcast tonight using the Legends of Wrestling Cards and Dice game published by Filsinger Games at filsingergames.com. As we say hello to the fans who are entering the arena. Plenty of popcorn, plenty of soda, plenty of beer, and three great matches here from the Atlantic Wrestling Federation. And our main event will be a doozy tonight as Barry Windham, the new Atlantic Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, defends against Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig. And that should be a slobber knocker. These two went at it 1 week ago at the Heartland Championship Wrestling pay-per-view. Barry Windham, of course, a member of the Horsemen, accompanied by James J. Dillon. But it was Hennig who shocked the world, showing up with the leader of Val's pals, SoCal Val, as his new manager. And the two managers went at it at ringside. The two competitors went at it in the ring, and they didn't solve anything, as that match ended in a no contest after a wild brawl on the arena floor. These two will hook it up together again tonight in our main event with the title on the line here in the Omni at Atlanta. We've also got an incredible grudge match happening in tag team action as the Road Warriors will take on the Wild Samoans in what should be an unbelievable grudge match. And our first televised match of the evening will start in a few moments as this man, Johnny Valentine, takes on the Iron Sheik. Already tonight we have seen some action here offline. Adrian Adonis, the biker from New York City, started things off with a count-out victory over Dan Severn that ended in a wild brawl at ringside. And Dan Severn slugged an official during that brawl, and that's going to cost him a suspension. Fit Fenley then came out and scored the upset win over Dory Funk Jr. Tag team action was next, and it was the team of Big John Studd and Ken Patera, under the watchful eye of Bobby Heenan, picking up a victory over the Hart Foundation in tag team action. Mr. Wrestling 2 was next, picking up a hard-fought and cleanly paced technical match over Jumbo Sharuda. And in our last match, the Powers of Pain, the Warlord and the Barbarian, took down the Midnight Express. And now we are ready for tonight's action, starting off with singles competition between Johnny Valentine, 6'4", 255 pounds, out of Seattle, and his opponent this evening, the Iron Sheik, the dastardly one, 6 feet even, 262 pounds, out of Tehran, Iran. Iran, number one. Russia, number one. USA, Hakpui, says the Iron Sheik as we kick things off here from the Omni in Atlanta. And oh my goodness, right from the start, the opening initiative roll is tied, and that means we go to this resource, the Face to the Mat Highlight Center booklet, and we will see how this match opens up. This is going to be a standard ring match, and it will be Johnny Valentine rolling on the book because he is the odd-numbered wrestler here, and he rolls a 36. Is Johnny Valentine powerful? He does have the power advantage, so he tosses the opponent out of the ring and then tosses various objects on top of the wrestler on the arena floor. So Iron Sheik must have tried a Pearl Harbor job there at the beginning of the match. Johnny Valentine was wise to that. He tosses the Sheik out of the ring and tosses a chair on top of him at the at the ringside. And Johnny Valentine will open this match on level 3 offense. And right away he goes to the Atomic Skull Crusher. Will he get a quick pin? If the roll is 3 or lower, he gets the pin. And he got the Snake Eyes. How about that? What a opening contest, as Johnny Valentine with a shocker counteracts the Iron Sheik's attempt at a Pearl Harbor job, hits him with the Atomic Skull Crusher and pins him right at the opening bell. The Snake Eyes bite the Iron Sheik as his sneak attack attempt is a failure. And already we have a winner. Johnny Valentine. That was hardly a Hulk Hogan and Dusty Rhodes classic, but the Iron Sheik is beside himself in anger. But he got pinned cleanly, 1, 2, 3 in the center of the ring after that Atomic Skull Crusher by Johnny Valentine. As Johnny Valentine, much to the pleasure of the fans here in Atlanta, gets the opening match victory here in our televised event in singles competition over the Iron Sheik. How about that? That was indeed a fast match, but that's the Snake Eyes will do that to you. And I decided for 2021 to get rid of the house 3-count pin rule, and just going to go back to standard Filsinger rules where every pinfall is just a single die roll. And that gives you some interesting results sometimes, as we saw here in our opening televised match of tonight's show. Now we are ready for Grudge Tag Team action. This goes back to the year 2020, when the Samoans and the Warriors tangled as they were both trying to climb the ladder for a shot at the NWA World Tag Team Championship. And the brawl between these two teams got totally out of control. The Warriors won that match. The Samoans won that match as a result of a countout. And it was the Samoans who moved on to fight the Steiner brothers, but the Steiner brothers successfully held the titles. But after that wild brawl between the Samoans and the Warriors, both these teams wanted at each other again, and that is going to happen right here tonight in Atlanta, as Hawk and Animal take on Alpha and Sika. Hawk and Animal, of course, from the original Filsinger card game set, and the original color enhancements that were published in 2020. The Samoans, of course, are bootlegs, which I got from a friend of a friend, the unofficial bootleg cards from the exclusive set that I was happy to be a part of. And to open things up, it will be, let's see, the black and white will be for the fatigue tokens, and the red and blue will be for the pin saves. Each team gets 2 pin saves, and it will be Animal to open things up for the Road Warriors, may he rest in peace, against Wild Samoan Alpha. We'll use the lighter colored die for the offensive roll and the dark die for the defense. And here we go. Thomas Morgan is in the house. Hi, Thomas. Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And, of course, Al, Red Sox fan. I am just a poor imitation of the classic Al Red Sox fan, who is the dean of YouTube sports broadcasters. So welcome, Al. It's an honor to have you here. And the opening initiative roll goes to the Animal. So Animal comes out against Alpha. And on a roll of 6, he's going to go for the press slam. He overpowers Alpha and slams him down to the canvas hard. Not many men can pick Samoan Alpha up like that. He's a 300-pounder, but the Animal handled him like a sack of potatoes, and down goes Alpha. Animal follows that up, and he's just immediately going to pitch Alpha out of the ring, and the shenanigans will begin. And on a roll of 8, it is Alpha who is forced to make the helpless crawl back into the ring. Animal catches him coming back between the ropes and scores with a big knee to the side of the head. And quickly, Alpha is down and Animal is in control. Animal now tosses him out of the ring again. And on a roll of 5, we're going to use the standard out of the ring chart. As we get further into the match, the likelihood of shenanigans, foreign objects, and things like that coming into play will get higher. But right now it is a roll of 5, and on a roll of 5 it is Afa who stands his ground, and a wild brawl develops on the outside of the ring. So we're just barely getting started, and Afa and Animal are going at it. This is a non-disqualification match. There will be no DQ rolls. So instead we roll 1 die to see who wins the brawl. On the even roll, Afa wins the brawl. And on a roll of 3, Animal wins the brawl. And he remains in control as action heads back to the ring. Here comes Hawk. We're going to see a double team. And on a roll of 8, the Warriors hold the opponent. Animal holds the opponent while Hawk comes off the turnbuckle with a deadly elbow smash. And Hawk is in control over Afa. Didn't quite get all of that when his Afa gets to his feet. He's still staggered, and Hawk now is in control. Hawk with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Afa. He is a C-rated ropes performer, and on a roll of 6, it is a running back elbow from Hawk that puts Afa back down to the canvas. Jim L. is in the house. Welcome to the broadcast. Hawk is in control over Wild Samoan Afa in this grudge match, and it is a double clothesline. Both Warriors in the ring now, and they nail the double clothesline. That is an add 1 maneuver, and Afa goes down. He gets back to his feet as Afa is now the legal man in the ring against Animal. Animal now is going to go for a back body drop. High into the air and down hard to the canvas goes Afa. Afa's going to try and get over and make the tag, but on a roll of 12, he's not able to do so. And Animal remains in control at level 2 offense. Animal with a jumping elbow drop down hard onto Afa, interrupting that crawl over to the corner. Afa goes down, holding his lower back as Animal now is firmly in control. Animal now goes for a boot to the midsection. Afa gets to his feet. Afa still staggering. Animal comes at him with an elbow hammer. And Afa is staggered. Afa would love to get out of the ring and tag Sika. Sika wants the tag, but the Warriors so far have managed to isolate Afa and maintain control of this match. Here's a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Afa. And on a roll of 6, it is Afa who grabs the arm of Animal, reversing that whip, sending Animal into the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 10, Animal comes off the turnbuckle, and Afa nails him with a big karate thrust kick to the side of the head, and that knocks Animal down to the canvas. Afa now able to finally make the tag to Sika, and Sika comes into the ring as Animal is down. Sika now with a big body slam, slamming Animal down to the canvas. As Thomas Morgan said, the Samoans scared me as a kid when I saw them at the Baltimore Civic Center. I can't say that I blame you. Those were 2 scary-looking dudes. As Sika is in control, and he is going to go for the whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Animal, and on a roll of 8 is a big kick from Sika that once again knocks Animal backwards, off balance, and down to 1 knee. Sika remains in control. Sika with another big body slam. Down to the canvas hard goes Animal. Tag made to Afa. We're going to see a double team here. And on a roll of 4, it is a devastating double team move. A double Samoan drop from Afa, and Sika takes Animal down to the canvas hard, and that will cost him a point of fatigue. Afa now the legal man in the ring. He is in control over Animal. And on a roll of 2, it is out of the ring. Out of the ring we go once again. Here come the shenanigans. The roll from Animal is a 9, and that is the helpless crawl back into the ring. Animal shaken up, trying to make his way back into the ring as Afa is ready and waiting to pounce. And as he comes back, here's a double headbutt. Both Samoans delivering the headbutt, and that is another add 1 maneuver. And this is going to be our first pinning opportunity of the night. The pin roll is a 4. And we're not going to waste, let's see. Do we waste a pin save here? No, we don't. And of course, on a roll of 9, Animal kicks out. But that cost him another point of fatigue as he took the add 1 move and the pin attempt. So that turns out to be double damage on that roll. Animal up to 3 points of fatigue. As the legal man in the ring now is Wild Samoan Sika after the double headbutt. Sika now in control as Thomas Morgan shouts out from ringside, LOD, LOD, LOD. He's still scared of those Samoans after all these years. Here's the trapezius nerve clamp from Sika. Sika punishing the big trapezius muscles of Animal. Animal slow, staggering to his feet. What's the Animal going to do? He's going to follow that up with a whip to the ropes. And oh, a big high flying drop kick from Animal. Takes Sika down to the canvas. What a move by Animal, exploding. He was a big guy, but he could get up there. And he delivers a drop kick that knocks Sika back. Both men are down. And the first man to his feet is Sika. Sika now goes to a standing knee drop. He's going to need a choice roll to execute this one. This is a choice D move. So that will be either a power roll of 5 or lower or an agility roll of 10 or lower. So he'll go for the agility roll. And this will make it a level 2 move. And he hits the level 2 move. And Animal gets the level 1 reversal on that. So Animal now back in control. And he hits another flying drop kick on Sika. And Sika once again goes down. And that allows Animal to get out and make the tag. Into the ring comes Hawk, the fresh man for the Road Warriors. Sika staggering to his feet. And it will be Hawk who gets the initiative in this situation. And he goes with a neck crank, working the neck of Sika. Sika's not happy about that, but he fires right back and whips Hawk to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Hawk. And oh, on a roll of 5, it is a knee to the head by Hawk. He caught Sika charging into the turnbuckle, and the knee of Hawk collides with the jaw of Sika, and Sika is stunned. Hawk now with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Sika. But oh, on a roll of 4, that is going to be Hawk setting his head too soon to get into position for a back body drop. Sika grabs Hawk and slams him face down to the canvas with a pile driver. And that puts Sika in control. What's Sika going to do here? He pitches him out of the ring, and here we go out to the arena floor once again. Hawk and Sika this time, locking it up on the arena floor, and on a roll of 2, it is Hawk who grabs Sika by the leg, drags him out of the ring, and smashes him into the turnbuckle post. Sika is stunned, and Hawk now is in control after that big brawl. What's he going to do? They're going to go for the Doomsday device. This is a +4 finisher if they can hit it, but Alpha is going to come in and try and interfere with that move before it happens. And on a roll of 4, it is Sika Alpha who is able to save his partner from the Doomsday device and prevent that from happening. So Sika pulled out of the way by Alpha before Hawk could come off and take him down with the Doomsday device, which would have been a devastating move. Hawk still in control. And Sika is slow to get to his feet, and now they've got him up again. And this time, as the referee is putting Alpha out of the ring, Animal goes to the top turnbuckle. Animal comes off, and on the double team Doomsday device, they're going to go for the pin. Alpha's going to try for the pin save, and on a roll of 6, he is able to get the pin save. But they are out of pin saves now, and Sika is in trouble. He is down as he was just cut in half by that flying Doomsday device. Hawk holding Sika up in the air. Animal coming off the top turnbuckle with a vicious lariat that turns Sika inside out. He is down and Hawk is in control. And Hawk now is going to go for the over-the-shoulder backbreaker, and Sika rolls out of the ring. Back to the ringside action we go. And on a roll of 6, it is a wild brawl. And it is Sika who prevails in the brawl. And Sika who comes back with a top rope headbutt on Hawk. Hawk will be pinned on Snake Eyes, but he kicks out of that one with authority. And now both men are just staring each other down in the center of the ring. And out of the ring we go once again. And this time on a roll of 9, we go to the Shenanigans chart. This is my homegrown out of the ring Shenanigans chart. And we are going to have some ringside mayhem here in the Atlanta Omni. Let's see, this operates off of a D12 roll. And on a roll of 10, it is outside interference. One of the wrestlers brings in outside interference. And that is going to be the Samoans. It's going to be Captain Lou Albano interfering on behalf of the Samoans. Let's see what happens on the manager interference chart. As Captain Lou Albano is getting involved. And on a roll of 5, it is Albano jumping into the action and distracting the opponent. And that allows Sika to get in the cheap shot. And Sika takes control on level 3 offense. So Captain Lou Albano paying dividends with his presence at ringside. That's going to set Sika up to do some more damage to Hawk. And now they're going to go for the Samoan drop. That is a +2 finisher. The pin roll here will be 5. The Road Warriors will use one of their pin saves. And on a roll of 2, that is a successful pin save as Animal comes into the ring and goes crazy, just annihilating everybody in his path. And we are now sent to the wrestler interference chart. As the Animal comes in and nails Sika. And on a roll of 10, it is Animal who saves the pinfall, but it is Alpha who nails Animal with a running clothesline that sends Animal out of the ring, and Sika gets back in control. So the mayhem has favored the Samoans here so far, as Sika is able to remain in control. And on a roll of 6, we've got another Samoan drop, and this is going to require another pin save. This time on a roll of 3, it's another outside interference from Animal. He's going crazy in there. And this time, it is a 4-way brawl in the center of the ring. All 4 men are battling it out. This will go to an odd even roll. The Samoans will get the advantage on the even roll, but on a roll of 1, it is Hawk and Animal who win the brawl. Hawk takes another fatigue point because he was the victim of a pin attempt. And now all the pin saves have been used up, and it is just mano a mano, Hawk and Sika. Hawk in control with a gut-wrench suplex over it, down to the canvas hard. Sika gets to his feet. Hawk with a vertical suplex. He's going to make the cover. The pin roll is 4 or lower, but on a roll of 9, Sika kicks out of that one, and the match continues. They're back in the ring for the moment, but tempers have flared. And it's all the referees can do to get control of this one. Here's Hawk going to the top turnbuckle. He's going to come off with a death jump. And on a death jump roll of 9, it is a flying clothesline from Hawk that takes Sika back down to the canvas. And Hawk is back in control. And here's another gut-wrench suplex. Down goes Sika. He's going to try for the tag. But on a roll of 8, he cannot get there. Hawk into the ring now. They're going to try the double team with Animal and Hawk. But on a roll of 12, that is a botched double team. As Hawk holds Hawk holds Sika, but as Animal comes off the top turnbuckle, Sika gets out of the way, and Animal nails Hawk on the side of the head with a big clothesline. Hawk is covered. But on a roll of 9, he manages to kick out. Oh my goodness, miscommunication between Animal and Hawk nearly cost them the match. Sika now back in control, and Sika is going to go to the top rope for a death jump of his own. And on a roll of 7, that is a flying clothesline from Sika off the top turnbuckle that puts Hawk back down to the canvas. Tag into Alpha. Here comes the double team attempt. And on a roll of 7, it is Sika coming off the ropes with a running forearm smash to Hawk. And Alpha is now in control. Offa versus Hawk. Offa and Hawk in the ring. Sika will come in for the double headbutt, and that's going to cost Hawk another point of fatigue. He's got 5 points of fatigue now, and that means he has been busted open. Hawk busted open on the double headbutt from Offa and Sika. Sika now the legal man in the ring after that move. And it's going to be a trapezius nerve clamp once again by Sika. Hawk desperately trying to get out of the ring to tag in Animal, and he makes the tag. Hawk is bloody, but he makes the tag to Animal, and Animal is in the ring, a house of fire. Animal with a front face lock. Takes Sika down to the canvas. Animal with a scoop slam, and down hard goes Sika. Sika back to his feet. Sika tries for the shoulder block, but that does no good as Animal has the strength advantage between these two. Animal now with a flying shoulder ram takes Sika down and out of the ring. He hit Sika so hard that Sika tumbled out of the ring. Action once again spills out to the arena floor. And on a roll of 7, it is Animal laying into Sika with punches and kicks and chops. And Animal wins the brawl on the arena floor. And here's the Doomsday device. Animal beat the tar out of Sika on the arena floor. He's got Sika up for the Doomsday device and down hard to the canvas. That is a +4 finisher, one of the most devastating finishers in the game. So the pin roll now will be 9 or lower. The Samoans are out of pin saves. And on a roll of 5, he gets the pin. How about that? A wild brawl between Animal and Hawk and Sika and Offa. But it is Animal with the pinfall victory over the wild Samoan Sika. In a tremendous brawl as these men have settled their issues. Animal with the pinfall following the Doomsday device to give the Road Warriors the victory over the wild Samoans in just a crazy, crazy match. Inside the ring, outside the ring, outside interference from Captain Lou Albano. But in the end, it was the Doomsday device and Animal scoring the pinfall over Sika of the wild Samoans to give the Road Warriors a victory, much to the delight of the crowd here in the Omni at Atlanta. How about that? And we still have our main event yet to come. As Thomas Morgan says, that was awesome. Clap, 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 clap. And a ton of fun, awesome, and crazy indeed, says Al, Red Sox fan. And the announcer needs a drink. A&W Zero Sugar, once again, the drink of the night. As we are ready for tonight's main event of the evening. And this is for the Atlantic Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Your champion is this man, Barry Windham, accompanied to the ring by James J. Dillon. The challenger is this man, Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig, and he is accompanied to the ring by SoCal Val. SoCal Val, a surprise acquisition for Hennig in advance of last week's pay-per-view. SoCal Val has already been part of the Atlantic Wrestling Federation, where she manages Rick Rude and Ernie the Big Cat Ladd. And so having those men in his corner will help Hennig if any of the Four Horsemen get involved. But nobody is at ringside except for the managers at this point in the match. Rude is back in the locker room. Ernie Ladd back in the locker room. The members of the Horsemen, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, back in the locker room as well. Of course, Ric Flair, your NWA World Heavyweight Champion, he is not in the building tonight, but Anderson and Blanchard are here if the need calls. But this is a championship match, and Hennig has got to focus on winning the belt in the center of the ring, and Windham has got to focus on defending that belt in spite of whatever shenanigans may happen at ringside. So here we go. It is heel versus heel, a surprising turn of events, as we did not expect that match, but Barry Windham defeated the Destroyer to win the Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. And that superseded Hennig's scheduled challenge against the Destroyer. So instead of Hennig versus Destroyer, it is Hennig versus Wyndham. Hennig, a former champion who had signed already for a rematch. And that rematch will be, instead of the Destroyer, it is Hennig against Wyndham, heel versus heel. And Hennig decided to fight fire with fire. He's not going to sit back and let Barry Windham and the Horsemen run roughshod over his title chances here in the Omni of Atlanta, as we take you to action in tonight's main event of the evening. All right, here we go. The opening initiative roll goes to Hennig. Hennig in control to start things off. He is the faster of the two wrestlers. Wyndham, of course, the stronger of the two men. And on a roll of 6, that will be a whip to the ropes. Wyndham, an A-rated performer coming off the ropes. And on a roll of 3, coming off the ropes, that is Hennig dropping his head too soon and getting nailed by a running knee smash by Wyndham. Wyndham quickly takes over on level 3 offense as the champion is in control. Wyndham now is going to pitch Hennig out of the ring. What's Hennig going to do out there on a roll of 10? That is a steel chair, the foreign object used by Wyndham on Hennig. This is a no disqualification situation, so the referee is going to let him fight as Wyndham again takes to the offensive and whacks Hennig with a steel chair at ringside. Hennig not very happy about that. SoCal Val screaming her encouragement as Hennig crawls back into the ring. And here comes the Sweetwater suplex. That is a finisher for Wyndham. The pin roll here is 3 or lower. And no snake eyes this time, almost. But on a roll of 4, Hennig manages to kick out. Once again, we'll have 2 interference opportunities for each manager, whether that be a pin save or a distraction or something off of the actual manager card. Interestingly, James J. Dillon does not have a true manager card in the Filsinger game set that I am aware of. He's got a standard wrestling card, but he does have a distractor rating of 7, and we'll use the standard manager interference chart if it comes down to that. SoCal Val does have a manager card. She did a little bit of wrestling, but has primarily been a ringside personality in Evolve Wrestling and now in Heartland Championship Wrestling. So when she comes into play, we'll actually have her card that we can use. But Hennig kicks out of the pinfall and the match continues. And here comes Wyndham now. He's going to go to the figure 4 leg lock. Going to try and lock Hennig up in that submission move here from the get-go. But Hennig is not going to submit to that, as instead he will make his way to the bottom rope and the hold is broken. Both men getting to their feet. Wyndham in control on level 2 offense, and Wyndham is going to go for a drop kick. That is a choice E maneuver, which means he is going to need a, let's see, the agility roll is 9 or lower minus the agility, which would be a 6 or lower. That's a little bit of a risk, so he's going to go for the level 2 power move. But on the roll of 11, he misses everything, and Hennig is now in control. Hennig steps away from that attempted drop kick, and Hennig now takes control. And Hennig, with a running knee lift, smacks Wyndham on the side of the head, and Wyndham is staggered. Hennig now in control. He is going to go with a rolling neck snap. Again, Wyndham is staggered. Hennig can put together some explosive offensive moves here, and now he is going to go for a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Wyndham. And on a roll of 11, it is both men coming off the turnbuckle with big specialty moves, and both men are down. The wrestler with the better turnbuckle rating recovers first and rolls on level 3 offense. And in this case, the better turnbuckle rating belongs to Barry Windham. So Wyndham is on level 3 offense, and he is in control. And he is going to go once again to the figure 4 leg lock. This time it takes Hennig a while to work his way to the ropes. He won't submit, but he is down, and Wyndham is the first man to his feet. He continues his offensive roll. And here's another Sweetwater superplex, another finisher from Wyndham. The pin roll now on this opportunity is a 4. And we're going to let Hennig try and kick out, as SoCal Val is just going to scream from ringside. She's not going to get involved quite yet. And Hennig manages to kick out with a roll of 7. So Wyndham is still in control. SoCal Val is getting very anxious at ringside, as Wyndham has dominated her man for the majority of this match. And here is another Sweetwater suplex. That makes the pin roll a 5 or lower. And this time SoCal Val is going to try for the distraction. On a roll of 7 or lower, she manages to get the distraction, and that's a good thing, because that would have been a pin. So the distraction for SoCal Val is successful. And with Hennig at 3 fatigue tokens, she's going to go right to her manager chart. And on a roll of 6, SoCal Val argues with the referee and disrupts the flow of the distracted opponent's offense. So Val jumps onto the ring apron. She distracts Wyndham, and that gives Hennig a moment to recover. But SoCal Val has done everything that she can do in this match, and Wyndham is now in control on level 2 offense instead of level 3. So Hennig with a bit of a respite here, and Wyndham comes off with a inverted atomic drop. He's going to need a roll of 8 or lower to connect with that, and on a roll of 7 he hits it. And Hennig is hurt. Wyndham now in control as J.J. Dillon looks on confidently from ringside. Wyndham now with a knee drop. Hennig gets to his feet. Wyndham with an eye gouge. And Hennig staggers backwards. Wyndham on level 2 now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Hennig. And on a roll of 7, it is Wyndham with a big kick to the midsection of Hennig to keep in control. Wyndham looking very much like a deserving champion on this night, as he is taking the measure of Curt Hennig. Here is a power slam by by Wyndham, and down goes Hennig. Wyndham now is going to pitch Hennig out of the ring, and here we go out to the arena floor. Hennig ready to do battle. And on a roll of 6, it is a slugfest. Both men slug it out. B6 on the out of the ring chart is the best man wins. And in this case, both men have ring ratings of B, so Wyndham, who is the wrestler on offense, wins the ball outside of the ring, and Wyndham stays in control. Hennig is getting desperate as the game master mishandles the dice for the first time. Here's another figure 4 leg lock from Wyndham. Hennig quickly gets the ropes. Hennig has the agility advantage, and Wyndham is strategically working those legs. Wyndham now with another whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Hennig, and on a roll of 6, it is Hennig who is going to grab the arm of Wyndham and reverse that whip into the turnbuckle. Wyndham comes off the turnbuckle, and on a roll of 9, it is Hennig who hits a big kick on Wyndham coming off of the turnbuckle, and Hennig now takes over on offense. What's he going to do? He's going to go with a running knee lift. Wyndham is staggered but does not go down. Hennig follows that up with an attempt at a back suplex. That's a choice roll. And he's going to need a 7 or lower to connect on that. And on a roll of 3, he got him up and down. And Wyndham is slow to get to his feet, but he gets to his feet as Hennig comes in to follow that up. Hennig with an arm drag. Wyndham gets to his feet first, and Wyndham responds with a gouge to the eyes. Hennig not very happy about that. Nothing the referee can do, as this is a no disqualification situation, and Hennig just rears back and nails Wyndham with a standing drop kick. Oh my goodness, Hennig staggered back, put his hands on the eyes, and then just out of nowhere leaped into the air and nailed Barry Wyndham 2 feet square in the center of the chest. And Wyndham is staggered back. Hennig follows that up with another standing drop kick, and this time Wyndham goes down. What's Hennig going to do? He is going to pitch Wyndham out of the ring, and out to ringside we go once again. Will we see shenanigans? On a roll of 10, there will be shenanigans. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is ringside mayhem. Ringside mayhem, what's going to happen here? This time the ringside mayhem says foreign object chart. We go to the foreign object chart. This is a no disqualification match, so they can do whatever they want. The foreign object is in play. It is a steel chair. They are battling over that steel chair. And we go to the gut check roll. And it is Wyndham who wins the gut check roll. Hennig actually has the higher number, but because of the fatigue, Wyndham is able to win that roll. And Wyndham grabs the steel chair and slugs Hennig upside the head. There is no disqualification. Hennig takes another point of fatigue. And the action goes back into the ring. Wyndham, after that steel chair shot, he's going to go for the claw. The blackjack claw. This is a submission hold. And on a roll of 6 or lower, this match will be over. But on a roll of 11, Hennig survives the blackjack claw, and the match continues. As we say hello to Zawa the Butcher. Hello, Zawa the Butcher. Welcome to this Atlantic Heavyweight Championship bout between Barry Windham and Curt Hennig. And it is Wyndham in control, but Hennig just survived the blackjack claw. What's Wyndham going to do now? He is going to go for a death jump. But he thinks better of it as Hennig rolls out of the way. Wyndham is going to go up to level 2 offense and go instead with a power slam. Hennig avoided the death jump, but Wyndham took him up, over, and down hard with a power slam. And Wyndham is back in control. And here goes the figure 4 leg lock once again. Wyndham trying to subdue Hennig and slow him down. Hennig gets to the ropes once again. There will be no submission. And Wyndham is going to follow that up and just drop the knee across the injured knee of Hennig. But Hennig gets out of the way of that one on a level 1 reversal, and it is Hennig with an arm drag that takes Barry Windham down in the center of the ring. Both men quickly to their feet. Windham on the offense. Oh, he nails Hennig with a West Texas lariat almost out of nowhere. Windham came off the ropes and just drilled Hennig, turned him inside out with that West Texas lariat. Hennig to his feet. Windham in control. Here's another attempt at a drop kick. He needs 9 or lower to complete that. And on a roll of 2, he nails it. And Hennig is hurt. Back goes Hennig. Windham goes with another knee drop, and Hennig again avoids that one with a level 1 reversal. And it is Hennig now with a cocky slap to the face. Oh my goodness, Hennig just trying to play some mind games. He's certainly not seeing any success here with the in the ring. And Windham is not going to take kindly to that at all. Windham comes back with an averted atomic drop. He needs an 8 or lower to connect on that, and on a roll of 4, he hits it. And Hennig is again staggered. Hennig goes to the far ropes, but Hennig comes back off the ropes, and he tries a chop to the chest. That's a power move, and that's not going to get it done against a big man like Barry Windham. Windham now takes control. He just smirks at that attempted weak chop. And Hennig follows up with Windham follows up with another power slam that takes Hennig back down to the canvas. Here's another inverted atomic drop. And on a roll of 6, he hits that one. And Hennig is still hurt. Hennig is hurt. Windham is in control. Windham now goes with another drop kick. He needs a 9 or lower to connect on that. And he didn't get all of it, but he got it. And Hennig is able to deflect enough of that Hennig is able to reverse and take over on level 1 offense. But another chop to the chest from Hennig is another mistake. That's another power move, and that puts Windham back in control. And this time a power slam from Windham. He's going to go for the cover. Count of 1, count of 2, and on a roll of 7, this match is over. 7 or lower, and he got him. There you go. That is your pinfall. Hennig gave it a good run, but he just did not have what it takes to hang in there with your champion, your reigning and defending heavyweight champion, Barry Windham, winning that one with a power slam after a good bout was put up by Hennig. But your winner in tonight's main event, and still Atlantic Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Barry Windham. Good main event here in the Omni at Atlanta. Almost as good as the wild grudge match we saw between the Road Warriors and the Wild Samoans. So fans, that is your main event victory of the night. Barry Windham retains the Atlantic Federation Championship as J.J. Dillon comes into the ring to celebrate with Windham. Hennig, dejected, leaves the ring accompanied by SoCal Val after they unsuccessfully tried to regain the AWF Heavyweight Championship. your winner, and in the voice of Al Red Sox fan, and still Atlantic Wrestling Federation champion, representing the Horsemen, it's Barry Windham. All right, fans, thank you so much for coming out. Al Red Sox fan, always a pleasure. Thomas Morgan, Zawa the Butcher. Dave is like the Gordon Soley of Legends Wrestling. That is the highest compliment that a man can be paid in this business. Thank you very much, Zawa. Drop kick that like button, share, like, and sub, says Al Red Sox fan. Thank you to Al, Thomas Morgan, Zawa. Jim L. was here early in the card. Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims was here early in the card. It has been a fun day of wrestling between the Hogan and Dusty matchup on Al's channel and what we've seen here from Heartland Championship Wrestling this afternoon. So thank you again, everybody, for coming out for today's Heartland Championship Wrestling action. That's our stream, and I am out of here.